We took it all. We brought them to our land. An endless night, ember hot and icy cold. The rage of the earth. We made this curse. Carved it in the blood on our backs. We did not see. We could not, but she did. And in the end...
What will I become?
Senua's Saga. Hellblade 2.
Play it now with Game Pass.
Drink it in, drink it in, drink it in, man.
It is picked off by the line. Darius Slay's got it. Coming back right side, 25. Picks up a block at the 30. Darius at the 40.
Drink it in, drink it in. Drink it in, drink it in, drink it in, man.
Rolls to the right. Stafford throws deep. Got a man out there. Enzo. Caught. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Marvin Jones.
Drink it in, drink it in.
Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Cornbread.
Drink it in, drink it in, drink it in, man.
Detroit Koolaid, we are back Friday. End of the work week. Grifka, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, man, TGIF. It's supposed to be a really nice weekend. Game 3 of the preseason is happening tonight. I'll be interested to see that. I know we're going to chat about it here in a little bit. But, you know, it's dog days of summer right now, heading into fall.
Absolutely, Grifka. Hey, Grifka, I don't think I'm going to use this, but I want to throw it out to the people. I'm trying to find a bell that I like that we can play via the soundboard. But what if every time you did a Grifka ism or a catchphrase, I just played this?
Wow.
What if I gave you a Grifka wow every once in a while?
Oh, that's a wow? I thought somebody was saying row, like Rory or something.
Wow.
Like that.
All the amazing things you say, Grifka. This is all I can think about.
Wow.
All right. Well, anyway,
You need the breaking news sound, man, because obviously, like, I'm on Adam Schefter speed dial, so. That's
I got it here for you. Do you want to tee up some breaking news? I can give it to you.
Nah, nothing's happened since then. I mean, we're still kind of all Lions fans are still in awe over the Snacks Harrison signing. So that's nice to have him on one more year. Guy's going to be happy, making a lot of tackles, eating a lot of snacks.
Grifka, I think we misspoke on the previous show, or we were doing the breaking news on the fly. Not totally breaking news sound effect, but still good. And I kind of announced it as like a 1 year, like a $12 million deal. What it is actually is 1 year tacked on, $12 million over the next 2 years guaranteed. So to me, it's even better. So I think it's a 1 year 11 tacked on, which would make like 12 million guaranteed over the next 2 seasons for Snacks, which, hey man, I absolutely love that. Like say, normally I'm kind of against paying defensive tackles, but not this guy for what he does to this defense and just being the absolute best at what he does. I feel he's worth it, and I feel he'll be happy, and it's perfect timing to get it done right now. So it's good stuff, man. What else we got?
Just a couple things. Once again, getting close to the season, preseason's out there, watching a lot of NFL Network right now. So, along the other night, along their tagline shows their power
here we
rankings.
Go.
I already got the soapbox out for this one. I knew this was coming up. Right when I saw it, I went and I dug it out and dusted it off, polished it up,
Shined it up real nice.
Exactly, man. Went and got the lemon pledge myself, so got all
you know what I want to do with your soundboard sometimes, Grifka?
What's that?
Shine it up real nice. Turn it sideways and stick it straight up. You know the rest.
Yeah. But anyways, so like
Family
I said, I realized preseason, and who's ever doing this power ranking actually placed the Lions at like number 26. I mean, obviously number 26 would be fourth in the division, and has them such behind teams of the great teams of San Francisco, Oakland. He has them better than, and even Derek's new favorite team, the Cleveland Browns. He has at number 16. So because the Browns are back, baby. But this once again, I mean, come on, really? No love, even for NFL Network, just falling into the ESPN, hole where Lions are the Lions are going to be terrible no matter what. They're worse than Oakland. Really, Oakland? I mean, what? Because John Gruden, all of a sudden, they got John Gruden. Like he's gonna win a couple more games for them. And they got Antonio Brown, who actually, can't, go in some place without, what is in like some freeze chamber without getting frostbitten feet, or he wants to wear like his leather helmet that he wore like at Central Michigan, and he's fighting over that. And then San Francisco is because Jimmy G's back playing for 2 weeks before he gets injured again, and all of a sudden they're going to be great again. So, okay, man, this is stupid. 26. Once again, I'm going to pose this question. I'm going to wait for you, like, Griff, is this even a question? But yeah, 26. Is that a joke or what?
Well, hold on. Before I get into it, I mean, your soapbox, your take, all this stuff you're all heated about. I mean, I got one word for you, really.
Wow.
But seriously, though, I mean, you gotta clear up one thing. So you're doing your ramble. You're starting to get going. You said something about 26 makes them fourth in the division. What does that mean?
Well, obviously this guy's ranked every other team in the NFC North better than the Lions. I mean, I think he's got like the Bears like number 5. He's got like Minnesota like, if I remember, like 11 and 12, and then the Packers like 15 right before your favorite team, the Cleveland Browns. So Baker Mayfield is going to have to work on that because everybody knows that Aaron Rodgers is the greatest quarterback of all time. So obviously he's putting the Lions at number 4 in the division, pretty far away from the other teams. I mean, we're talking like light years away, so I just find that annoying because I know they're better than them, and the Bears still suck, and Minnesota's defense is okay, and they don't have an offensive line.
Okay, I got you. Griff, I asked you a quick follow-up of how you did that math, and now I get it because I was totally confused on how you went.
I got down off the soapbox to give you a chance, and then you gave it back, so I'm going to hop back up on the soapbox. It's just the way it works.
Wow.
So let me respond to this. So 26th in the league, the Detroit Lions. Like, first of all, we both know like 16th is way too low for the the Cleveland Browns. Probably gonna be in the Super Bowl, but they may be playing our Lions. But seriously, like 26th is ridiculous. Like, I don't understand. Like, if the Lions come out and have an absolutely terrible season, like I'm just gonna sit there and I'm gonna be thinking like, what did I just see? I mean,
wow. I
mean, that's all I'd be able to say because I wouldn't be able to comprehend. I can't even see how they would be in the bottom 20. You know what I mean? Like, this is an upper half football team with a lot of upside, and they just got to go out and do it now. I mean, how do you look at that front and that defense and think, oh, we're going to be at the bottom 5 of the league, in that type of category, and even in the bottom 10? Are you kidding me? Like, not going to happen. I've said it before on the show. All these ridiculous, they're going to win 4 games. Like, just get out of here with that. Obviously, you've never seen the team. You don't look at the roster. You don't know the talent. You don't know the players. It's absolute garbage. So every week when you read off this crap, I mean, I give you the, is this real? Because it's just not only not going to happen, but people are going to be really surprised by this team. I can feel it. And the fact that others are saying it and then you bring it up just drives me nuts.
Yeah, see? There's plenty of room on the soapbox for you. Heck, if you want your own, I will go find you one. It won't be taller than mine.
Wow.
Exactly. Okay, just one other quick question here for you. I know we talk about this guy a lot, wondering if he's ever going to make an impact on the team. I mean, we always talk about how fast this guy isn't, but he was having a pretty decent training camp until he got injured, and that's our boy Teez. Keeps teasing us, thinking he's going to get better, but he's got he's hurt his ankle and he hasn't been able to practice here late and play in the last game. Not for sure if he's actually going to be able to go in the third game or not. But how does this really affect him on this club? Do you think the team, the coaches and GMs just like, okay, it's fine, everybody gets banged up in training camp, or is this one thing where you really think this puts him behind the 8 ball with making the club?
Well, as I often do, Grifka, before I get to my answer, I think you just tried what you probably think is a clever tease pun. So I wasn't quick enough on the trigger, but I mean, that was just hilarious. Not really.
Well, Derek, so maybe I was just trying to tease you.
Oh, hold on. I got a sound effect.
You didn't give me the shout, man.
I got a sound effect for that too.
No.
Grifka,
that's cold, man. I thought of that one right there. I didn't have a chance to write that one down. But,
Grifka, this is just like Jay Moore does it when people call in and they can't nail the Caruso. If you're going to do it right, it probably goes something like this. Well, Griff, I guess you could say Jalen is a Teez. That's how you nail a Caruso, Grifka. That's how you do it. Is it Jalen Tabor? Is that his real name? I don't even know.
Yeah.
I think so. So yeah, exactly I nailed it. Grifka, the Teez comes at the end, and you have to tee it up with something else good to get a Caruso. So we got one in for the show. That's good. And
there you go,
rest
man.
Of,
See?
Got to get them in when we can.
I put it up on the green, and you just put it in the hole. There you go. No problem.
Absolutely. And you're talking about Teez. You're talking about his speed, or as I like to say, his lack of speed.
Wow.
Is absolutely a wow of how slow this guy is. I mean, he's not healthy. He's not doing anything. I mean, it's just there's nothing pointing to anything where people are looking at this guy and saying,
wow.
So I think he's probably off the roster and gone, but that's a wasted second round pick. So, I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I think that may be the only reason why he sticks around is that they're going to kind of give him one more chance, second round pick. Don't quite know if they'll be ready to cut bait with him yet. You know, that might be the only saving grace is that he was a second round pick and they want to give him just a little more rope. So that's all I can figure. But I think it's just not looking good. So
that's pitiful. I mean, it's absolutely pitiful.
That's been his performance, and to me, Grifka, if the Lions keep Teez and try to have him cover like shifty players, tight ends, fast guys, I mean, it might be this.
It's a bad decision. Period. Point blank. It was one of the dumbest decisions I ever made.
Right now, Pac-Man is letting Bob Quinn know that's one of the dumbest decisions he's ever made, and it doesn't look like it's getting better anytime soon. So it's pretty much just time to move on from this guy. If he surprises me in the regular season and makes plays, hey, I'll be happy.
Exactly. I hear you. Okay, well, that's all I got right here. I say we take a break while we hear from our sponsors really quick. They support us, so we want to support them as well. Then we come back and we talk about the third game. How's that sound, Derek?
Let's do that. Get us out of here, Grifka, and you'll bring us back as well.
Okay. Everybody, here you go. We'll be back in a couple seconds.
We took it all. We brought them to our land. An endless night, ember hot and icy cold. The rage of the earth. We made this curse. Carved it in the blood on our backs. We did not see. We could not, but she did. And in the end...
What will I become? Senua's Saga. Hellblade 2.
Play it now with Game Pass.
What's going on, Detroit Koolaid listeners? By now, most of you have probably heard of Reality Sports Online, the most powerful fantasy sports platform where owners get to build and manage their fantasy team just like an NFL general manager. But the question is, have you tried it? It's time to go see what all the buzz in the Dynasty community is all about. I'm talking free agency, multi-year contracts, a rookie draft, multi-team trades, franchise tags, contract extensions, first-round rookie options, automated contract and salary cap functionality, and much, much more. Think it sounds complicated? It's not. The best thing about Reality Sports Online Fantasy Front Office is it doesn't take any more time than a standard league. It just requires more strategy. Think you're among the fantasy elite? Well, this is the platform to test your mettle. Still not sure? You can test out your general manager skills for free in a mock free agency auction. If you like what you see, use promo code Koolaid, one word lowercase, promo code Koolaid, to receive a 10% discount on your team or league today. Fantasy just got real at realitysportsonline.com.
Hey everybody, we're back. Once again, third game is tonight, playing the Buffalo Bills. Are you stoked, Derek? Are you stoked? It's been a couple weeks since I used the word, so I wanted to get it in there for you.
Grifka? No, I'm actually excited about the game.
Are you outside?
No, that was the excitement. That'll be Ford Field maybe on Friday when these two juggernauts meet up. No, I'm actually excited about this team. I think that this is a game where, I mean, there's been so much hemming and hawing about Matt Stafford, but gosh, Grifka, I don't plan to and don't really want to go off on a rant right now, but I did with some friends earlier this week because this whole Matt Stafford not playing and all this hemming and hawing, like, this guy has not earned the right just to sit there. Oh, he'll just flip the switch in September. Like, I feel like he should have been out there basically each game, maybe a series to start, then a couple series, and then a half this game, and then sit out the fourth game. I feel like that's how you get your bearings back. That's how you get your connection just on the football field in general. Even, taking a hit to me isn't the worst thing. I know people are going to say, oh, you can't risk it. It's football, man. You can get hurt on any play at any time. There's no way you're going to calculate it and say, oh, if we sit him, then he has a 90% chance of being healthy all season. No, when that ball's hiked off on the first game in September, he has the same amount of getting, his knee ripped up or an injury as he does at the end of the season. So I just don't get it. I don't know why this guy's not out there other than, yeah, they got to evaluate other players, but the quarterback position, there's only 2 or 3 of them on the roster. So get your franchise guy, your $30 million guy out there for a little bit to get him some work, just like some of the other top QBs are doing. I just don't know what these coaches are using to decide this type of stuff unless there's something hidden in the background that I don't know about. But overall, like I say, 8 o'clock start on Friday. Buffalo's kind of like that middle road team where they kind of have a good defense, but not the greatest. Their offense is kind of So I think, not only is it a chance where you can run your starters out there and get some good mojo, but, Buffalo's not a pushover either. They do have some decent young pieces on the linebacker position. People are high on this QB in certain regards, as well as, just some corners that I like on that team. I mean, we'll see. So I'm actually excited to watch it. I'm actually going to be doing some work for Pro Football Focus on this game. So I'll be watching, but I'll also be working as I do it. And just excited to dive into it. And this is the game usually want to watch. Now, will the Lions give us anything? I don't know. But after this, it's just, hey, can't wait till Arizona,
Yeah, I'm with you on that with Stafford. I mean, I understand guys that are nicked and dinged up in practice and they don't want to maybe get them more injured in a game. That's why, Snacks and, some of the, Daniels, that's why those guys have been sitting out. Deshaun Hand, same thing. He's been a little nicked up, so they haven't been playing him either. But I'm reading things like, Stafford's not in there. He's getting his reps in practice, and yeah, they've been going. They practiced against the Patriots and they practiced against the Texans, and I mean, I guess correct me if I'm wrong, but even when they practiced against the Patriots, it didn't seem like they were going 100% all out. Even like when the teams were on there. I mean, yeah, they were trying and they were blocking, but still, I mean, it's not like running backs were getting taken down. They were still getting tapped on. Just if they were breaking through the line, and the quarterback, if they were getting back to him, they were still like just tapping him on the shoulder. So you're right. Go out there, take a couple hits. Get used to it. I mean, yeah, he's played football for years. He knows about it, but yeah, I mean, I want to see what he looks like in this new offense. Real game speed, really under the lights. Not controlled practice where everything's set up. Go out there. I mean, I think that's the only way. And if it's one of those things where Matt Pat only wants to play Stafford a few series, the first quarter, against Buffalo, I'm really gonna start to wonder. I mean, is he gonna be ready to go out there and play Arizona? Because he's not gonna play in Game 4. I mean, and still, I mean. I'm just kind of I really want to see what he looks like if he has us down. I mean, yeah, you can have all the timing routes in practice all you want, just going 7-on-7. But it's one thing. It's leaves me shaking my head a little bit. Wondering. It's I just kind of want to see what he looks like. Under the lights. And Buffalo is one of those games I hear a lot of fans always complaining. It's just why do we play these guys every year in preseason? All I can say is who cares? I mean, I'd rather just have a close game, even who gives a crap who they're playing? It's somebody else. I don't care if they play Buffalo, Cleveland, Cincinnati, and I don't know. I mean, the Colts, for every year for 4 preseason games. I don't give a crap about that. But you're right. Buffalo's got some good young talent. I thought Josh Allen was the best quarterback in the draft when he came out, his year. So, yeah, it's nice to see him. And I'm not counting this like, if they win tomorrow night, it'll be payback for last year. That's all crap, man. That's out the window. But I mean, I'm hoping that Stafford plays at least a half. We can see him. Offensive line, plays a little better than what it has in the last couple preseason games. Keep him healthy. Carry on's able to get kick off some nice runs like he did against Houston. That's what I'm really, really interested in seeing, because I don't know if Snacks will play, and if Daniels will play, if those guys are going to play. It'd be nice for them guys just get a few reps, but I think there's enough depth on the defensive line that come game one they'll be okay if with the rotation that the Lions defense has. So I'm pretty interested in this game as well. It'll be nice to see how it happens, and hopefully the offense doesn't look so stagnant in the first half.
Grifka, for your entire response, all I could think was this.
Wow.
Like I also heard you say a couple things. I mean, most of the stuff I heard was, you're right. I mean, I kind of see where you're coming from. I think he should play a half, similar to something I heard a few minutes earlier. So with all that being said, you sort of, I don't know, you kind of think the same way I do.
I agree with you.
All right, thank you. So yeah, I mean, we've hit on that. Like, we're not gonna
so much, it's starting to sound sickly.
we're not gonna break down the game key. I think, like you said, if you can see the offense, if you can see some of the defensive playmakers, like we kind of talked about the young guys earlier, but I wouldn't mind seeing Diggs make a few plays, or Slay get his hands on a football or a ball, another good fumble created by the defense, something like that. That would just kind of spark that, hey, we do have a chance to maybe create some more turnovers this year. I'm not too worried about the score or about us playing great for 4 quarters. Just getting a little run for those early guys, seeing the defense still be decent even without the studs would make me feel fine, and get out of there healthy. Like we've said, we've been pretty fortunate other than the Jermaine Kearse injury, and we just got to get these other guys back. We're running out of time. So all this, we'll see, or he's getting better. I mean, we got to be ready to rock and roll. And I know some of these guys can just turn it on and turn it off, but there's definitely players that you don't just roll out of bed and are ready to go full steam in NFL football. That's why they do have some of these games, workouts. You can't just skip everything and usually be amazing right out of the gate. And we don't need not only a slow start, but our offense doesn't need to be slow in that first, second quarter in Arizona. We don't need to be putting around, oh, hey, we're working on things, we're trying to get better. No, we got to be ready. So that's what I'm hoping for, and I think it starts this week. Sit everybody down next week, and then come out guns ablaze and show everything that we haven't shown. The Arizona Cardinals think they're gonna pull some wool over our eyes. Well, you haven't seen our offense. I want Matt Pat to unleash his defense on that little 4'0" visor wearing, piece of what back there for the Cardinals, and just open a can on those guys. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, just the defense, get everything in place, what you're looking for. Obviously, during the year, you play many different types of offenses, but still, getting the right guys in place. I don't know if the Lions are prepping, for Arizona already. This is one of those things you always hear. This is the real game. Game 3 is the one where coaches really prep for, kind of use it as the like you said, the precursor for the regular season. So they actually put the game plan in. They try to run this week the same way that they would run a normal week. But still, I mean, it's still just a preseason game. Doesn't really mean anything. Still, I'm hoping they're prepping for that Arizona game, and I realize it's still a few weeks away. But still, I mean, it's a game where you want to get everybody on the right page on defense, see the best people. Teez, if he's going to play or not. Once again, you can drop your David Caruso, here if you want to. Feel free. But, the defense, just it's going to be one of those new offenses that's kind of like, new to the league, or I think other coaches have tried it before, but obviously this is going to be schemed a little different. I'd rather have him just preparing for that Arizona game than trying to put like some massive defensive game plan out there for Buffalo. So, but defense just get in place, shut down Buffalo. I would really like that a lot.
Wow.
You're not going to be able to use that all the time because I'm going to have to reach through my microphone and choke slam you at some point.
Wow.
Sounds very condescending.
Wow.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
I'm amazed by everything you say today. I just think it's incredible.
Wow.
I know. Well, I have a question for you.
Oh yeah.
The offensive line has had its hits and misses so far this preseason, and I thought last game Joe Dahl, good job Joe Dahl. He looked pretty good at some points, and then he had a couple penalties that cost him at other areas. But my question is right now with that left guard position, because it seems like right now it's going to be Decker, and then Glasgow's actually going to be playing the right guard position right there. So who do you think is going to be playing the left guard? Who do you think right now has the inside track? Or you still think it's only between Wiggins and Dahl? Or
Griffith, I'm absolutely amazed by the greatness of this question.
Wow.
Here's my thing, man. We've talked about on the show before. Everybody is sitting back there. I saw some people on Twitter. They're just kind of like, "Oh, I'm still so worried about the left guard position." I'm sitting there going, me and Griffith have talked about this before. Like, okay, there's a weak link on that line. They're trying to find somebody to fill that hole. I don't think that that's going to crumble our line. I don't think that's going to make or break our line. I don't think that person is going to be, incredible or horrible. They're a left guard. It's not the end of the world. So, I mean, is Joe Dahl going to fill that role? I don't know.
Wow.
I mean, the coaches must think that because they paid him a lot of money, and I was like,
wow,
really? But I mean, they did, so we'll see if he plays. And I don't know. I mean, if I had to ballpark it now, it feels like, Kenny Wiggins has been somewhat on skates, which again, I've never been a huge fan. And, Crosby has not played well on the outside, so I don't see them just saying shifting him in. I haven't seen anything of note from Ibushi and those guys. So if you pay Joe Dahl and you like Joe Dahl and you say good job Joe Dahl every time, then I guess maybe he's your guy left guard. But it definitely doesn't make me say
wow.
That's for sure.
You're gonna just abuse the crap out of that. Everybody. Hit Derek up on Twitter if you're tired of the wow already. Because he's using that the whole thing.
Hit me up at Derek Oakrey if you love this whole show where I've just manipulated and brought in the new sound effect that's sweeping the ages.
Wow.
Or I would be asking Todd or LaFergus or Conrad, please call in at 989-272-3484 and give your real opinion on wow, whatever.
Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide, baby.
Yeah, LaFergus Nuggets, hit us up and see if you let us know if you like the
wow.
Oh, it's classic. It's so good.
Yeah, classic. Yeah, like New Coke.
Wow.
Tremendous. What else we got, Griff Cook? Because this has been just a tremendous show. I mean, it's basically been a
wow
factor type of show.
You mentioned, I just want to touch base with you really quick on Jahlani Tavai as well.
Wow.
Last week he seemed to have a better game. Seemed to attack the ball better than he had in the first game.
Wow.
He's obviously going to be, progressing. Can you see him penciled in as a starter here at any point, or do you still think it's kind of, the three that we talked about before, Davis, Christian Jones, and Kennard?
Grifka, at the end of the show where we say I got one more question for you?
Yeah.
I've got one question for you right now. You ready?
Sure.
What do you think the fan base's reaction would be if Jahlani Tavai comes out and plays incredible football?
What do I think it would be? I think it might be Lottie freaking da.
Really? Because I think it would be
wow.
I think they would love it. I think there would be a wow factor there. I think they would be absolutely excited. You'd be the only one saying the Chris Farley drop, because this guy, I'm split on him right now. I love him like in a jersey with the hair flowing. He looks like a big old middle linebacker that's been on the 2006 Super Bowl champion New England Patriots, a young, guy they would put in the middle of their defense. But what we saw at practice and some of his shortcomings make me feel like, are we going to be sitting there week 3 or 4 going, like, how do we hide Jelani Tavai's weaknesses? How do we make sure he doesn't get matched up wrong? Why is he not making any impact plays? He's kind of a middle, bottom of the road type of football player. So I obviously am optimistic, as I normally am. I mean, I think that he has a chance to be good. And I think if this guy is a beast, the hair is flowing, this guy's making tackles, he's lighting chumps up, I think we're all going to have to say one thing.
Wow.
Gosh. Hey, just one more quick question for you.
Oh, yeah.
Jalen, what do you think about his ankle? Do you think he's any good, or do you think he's maybe just a tease?
Well, I don't know, Grifka. If the Lions keep Jalen on the roster or tell him he's good, it might be a tease. Well, Griff, the people that tell Jalen he's fast are Teez. Oh man, we could do those all day. But like you say, I think it just comes down to that this show has been just a great show. Grifka, just top of the line. I mean,
wow.
Once again, everybody, looking for the phone call at 989-272-3484 to ask my friend Derek to please stop saying wow to everything. Conrad, I'm expecting something from you, buddy.
Grifka, we did the Conrad back and forth with Roll Tide. Let's do it real quick with wow. So here's the drop wow, and then I need the Grifka wow. You ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Wow.
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 Wow. That's enough. Let's end this thing.
Oh, this is the best show ever. Oh,
Time
this
to
is the greatest.
Time to take this show behind the barn and put it to sleep.
Wow.
This is the best show we've ever done. I love it. What else we got, Grifka? Anything else, or are we good to go?
No, I think we're good to go.
You don't have any other amazing questions for me?
Nope.
I wasn't ready for the line, Grifka, but because you did it on such a great moment in time, I mean, I just got to say.
Wow.
Grifka, do you have, I don't know, maybe one more word for the people other than?
Wow.
Nope.
Oh my goodness, the show's been off the rails. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought it was super fun. Grifka, we're talking preseason week 3. We got to do something to be fun and entertaining. So an absolutely a wow show, to say the least. We'll be back next week talking about what we saw in game 3, how the team looked, heading so much closer to real football, fantasy football. Anybody that's a fantasy football fan, check out my articles at Lions Wire. At the Lions Wire on Twitter. You can go to USA Today Lions Wire and check those out, as well as all the other articles. Great stuff up there. So check that out. And Grifka will be back next week. So thanks, everybody. Take care. Let's go Lions. Let's do this thing.
Wow.
Pack the bag. Start the plane. This game is over. It is over. What a comeback by the Lions.
Drink it in, man.